everybody, my name is Sam and welcome back to my weird channel. Today I'm going to be doing attacks on Artfight, also known as attacking people on Artfight. That sounds weird. If you don't know what Artfight is, for only 1 month of the year, people will submit their OCs on a website to be drawn by other artists, and you then get to draw people's characters, which are by other artists. It's just a fun game where a bunch of artists collaborate and give awesome art to each other, and it's very excited, and I'm very excited to do this video, and if you don't know what it is, then you should totally sign up and look more into it. There's other videos explaining how it works and how to get into it and like create your characters and get around the website. I'm not gonna do like all of that. I'm just gonna do my attacks. I'm gonna show you my attacks. There are 2 teams and you get points for every piece that you make. If you attack me, I will attack back. Please attack me. Please attack me. Please attack me. I only have 6 attacks. It's been 3 years. So really this week, I just wanted to take it easy and have fun drawing some randomized characters. I say this week, but it's been more than a week since I last uploaded my video. Basically, if you go on their website and then click browse and then random character or random user, it will give you a random character and use it's pretty self-explanatory. Well, I just wanted to get a random one because I didn't want to like scroll through them and be like, no. I wanted to force myself to draw whichever one I got. And I actually got a lot of cool artists. They were very fun to see. If you do this, I would recommend this challenge. I don't know if this is necessarily like a challenge, I guess. It's just a cool way to do Artfight. And I am very excited to show off what I got. I drew 3 characters today. No. Actually, I did not draw 3 characters. I drew like 7 characters, but I made 3 art pieces. Okay, so actually first, before we get into the speed paints, I did record footage of me clicking the random user and then getting a random user and then my reaction to it. And we will see that, but parts of it I have to voice over because my mic for some reason decided to have a hissy fit. And it sounds like this for a good portion of time. I don't know why. I need to buy a new mic. But anyways, let's watch the video, yay. I'm going to go to browse and I'm going to go to random user. And whenever this decides to load, that's going to be my random user. I'm going to choose a random character. Well, not random. I'm going to choose a character that I like, that I'm like, this is a cool character. I want to draw it. And I'm going to start sketching. This is our random user. They are a vampire. Oh, I'm a werewolf. That is good. Okay. So this is our user, and we're going to open. This is a cool character. Okay. Ooh, who is this guy? I like his hair. Maybe I should move my thing down so that if you guys want the link, I'm using Opera GX because I love Opera GX. He loves cracking jokes every once in a while. He loves sweets. He's in a poly. Oh my gosh. Who are these people? Oh, these 2 people. I don't know if I'm going to draw 3 people immediately. But okay, I'm gonna just get to sketching. My art has really felt like it's been in a rut recently, and I don't have much of a style. It changes like a chameleon depending on the day. What I mean by that is like whatever art I've seen or consumed within that day is what my style will look like for the rest of the day. And then the next day it'll like change to it's like a cycle. And that's not super fun because normally it just ends up like mixing a bunch of styles together that don't make sense together, and it doesn't always look great, and my art, I just haven't been very proud of it recently. And that's actually mostly why I wanted to do this challenge. I didn't add that into the intro because it took too long, and I thought it would be boring to people, and actually people click off in the first minute of a YouTube video, so I was scared that if I added that in there then, that it would be like too much information happening. So I was like, I'm just gonna add it into the speaking parts of the speed paint, where I can just say whatever I want. So I began by sketching the characters in my sketchbook. I feel a lot more comfortable with my lines in my sketchbook, so it's much easier to get an idea down. I did a quick sketch of our main boy, who first intrigued me with his like coloring, and I really liked his ears, and I thought he was a cool character. My idea for this drawing was having the partners be together in a group, like hugging or something. I just wanted them very close. I then looked up some references of poly couples like kissing, and I found a good one that I really liked. I began working on the final sketch and referenced my reference picture a lot for the anatomy. I drew Crow, the main guy, in the middle, looking down, kinda embarrassed, but like, not embarrassed. I don't really know the word, just shy and awkward. He's like, oh my gosh, they're kissing me, hee. I loved drawing Crow's hair. I think it was so pretty and fun and cute. It was probably one of my favorite parts about him. I think he turned out really nice. I wish I drew him more, or I wish you could see him more. I really like how his sketch was, but then he got kind of covered up by the other two. A problem I came across with the boy on the right, also known as Daryl, I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm just guessing, was that I used the reference a little too much originally. I began sketching him, and then I realized his face didn't really look like the character that I was trying to draw. What I drew looked like a more square-shaped face, while Daryl had like a longer, sharper chin. I tried editing the face with the transform tool until I realized it just wasn't gonna work and I just needed to restart. I was a little nervous restarting because I was like, oh, I kind of do like this face. It looks like a human face, but it didn't look like him. And oh boy, am I so happy that I restarted. Because once I changed the face shape, like the eye placement and the general expression, it looked so much better. It took a couple sketches, like a couple more. It took me a few minutes to get the right, face. But it came out so much better in the end, and I'm so much happier. Then I just finished his body with like a slouching kind of pose and began working on Amy. She wasn't too hard to sketch at first, but later on in the coloring phase, I kind of had some trouble because I realized I didn't finish sketching her, and I didn't work on her sketch too much, and it made the whole piece kind of feel off and unfinished later. So I add that on in the coloring phase. I realized where I mistakenly messed up. That's a word. And then guess what? I accidentally didn't record a large part of the coloring phase. I was very upset when I found this out because I was so happy with the coloring in this drawing. I was like, oh my god, what? No, this coloring is so good. I want to see what I did. How did I make this so good? But my other two pieces, luckily, I did not forget the coloring and I did not lose... Okay, I did lose a little bit of footage in one piece, but it's okay, because it was only a little bit. I'm still sad because I lost the coloring of mostly, like, the main two boys coloring, but I do have the coloring of Amy. And also, I did some of the coloring of the clothes, and adding some shading, so you can see a lot of that part. I'm just kind of mushing colors together, and messing with saturation and desaturation. I'm mostly using the colors of the reference, like I just color picked the reference and then put it on here. But then I like tried to add a little bit of like fun saturation, and I added like a little bit of weird highlight color in the, I added like a weird highlight in Crow's eyes that I thought looked nice. And then finally messed with the blending modes at the end of the piece to add the little fun lighting, because digital art is super cool and can just do that really quickly. And I did a little quick messy background, and then boom! My first finished art fight piece of the year was done. I do wish that the line art wasn't so sketchy and messy, but I don't want to push myself too far. I was just trying to have fun and make some finished pieces. I'm going to browse again. I'm going to do a random user. And we're going to wait for our next victim. Hopefully I'll actually record part of it this time. Oh! They do have a really good art style. This is very fun. Okay. This is very cool. Did they make these? They're so good. Whoever this person is amazing at art. Very fun character. I like her. She's kind of fun. This guy is kind of cool. I could draw this guy. What are you though? You're a... Oh, that's cool. That's a fun... I don't know. Okay, this one really just stood out to me the most. I think it's just because it reminds me of like a Vivzy Pop style. And currently I'm very into Vivzy Pop and Hello Boss, and especially excited for Hazbin Hotel. I'm super excited for that. So when I first started this piece, I definitely took note of the Pomeranian Aussie mix. I drew a couple sketches of some Aussie Shepherds, and also one Pomeranian, just to get like the dog face shape down. I knew that I hadn't drawn a dog in a hot second, so I was like, let me just do some test runs. I don't know how or why, but the furry style completely took over this piece of art. My final sketch, my final art piece turned out so furry style. I don't know what it was, but I'm not complaining. I'm very happy with how the piece turned out. I took a picture of the sketch and then uploaded it to my tablet so I could line art it. And the line art was so much better than the last piece. I don't even know if with the last piece I was going for line art. I was just kind of doing lines and then gonna color it. But this time, I think I actually took note that this was going to be the line art, and I tried, and whenever I drew a line that I didn't like, I erased it, or undid it, and then redrew it to make it look better. The fur on the cheeks was so fun to draw, and turned out so cute. It was definitely one of my favorite parts of the piece. I wanted to draw her drinking boba, because in the reference image, she was, and it seems like a really cute idea. So I put some of the little boba balls in the straw because you couldn't see the bottom of the drink, so you wouldn't have known it was boba unless they were like in the straw. I was like, I thought that was a cute idea. I really struggled with the paw for a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I drew the paw quite a few times before I got something that I actually liked. Still not too sure I really like the paw. It's kind of big. It looks big to me in the final image or whatever. But it doesn't look awful. I mean, it works. It's okay. I mostly color picked like the entire ref and then kind of just used the watercolor brush to give it some fun texture. I also shaded the eyes exactly like the ref piece. So I ended up coloring the eyes in a way I never would have originally like done it. And it turned out so good. I think the eyes look so pretty in the final piece. I did end up coloring the eyelashes like a darker brown instead of a black in the reference piece, because I thought that color might have been like too harsh on like the pastel palette that was going on. Also the nose, I really like the shiny nose. It like actually looks like a dog nose. Kind of, sort of. I think so. Just, let me be happy. Bro, maybe I should become a furry commission artist, because are you seeing this right now? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Man, furries? Come on. I'll give you art for 20 bucks for a little bust headshot or whatever. This is not a funny joke for the video. I will do it. You want to pay me for a commission? I will do this right now. If you want a commission, just like tell me in the comments and I'll figure something out. I then worked on the flannel based on the reference image. I pulled up an actual image of a red flannel to like base the colors off of and like the way it looked. And I think the flannel was probably the weakest part of the drawing. I didn't try like that hard with the patterns and stuff because I didn't want to push myself too much. Then I worked on the boba and added like a cute little background with like lines and patterns and stuff. And then it was done! Number 2 was done. Like I said, I am very happy with how the final piece turned out. I love the colors, and that is 100% like to the credits of the character. The character is very pretty. But I do really like the watercolor brush and how that turned out. And I love the little like dashes to look like fur in the line art. And I just think that this was a very pretty piece. Recently, I haven't really been liking my art, so finally like finishing a piece and then really enjoying like the end product definitely feels nice. What's up guys, it's late at night, so I'm gonna try to be a little quieter. Random user. Oh. Sorry, can't do you. Oh. Hello. Whoa. Whoa. What? Oh. I can't attack you if you don't have any things. Attack. Thing. Boom. Okay, we got one. Oh, and they don't have that many attacks compared to their many defenses compared to their attacks, which means they've done more than they've gotten, which is a felt. I currently have my characters aren't great. I don't care too much about them. I just like doing this for the art. I do think that each piece and each of these has pushed me to where I am now. So good. Look at this one. Are you Sashasaurus right now? Oh my gosh. What the heck? This is, oh my god, what is happening? The metal shinies are so good. Oh my god. Oh, each line is placed like with actual thought. Unlike me, where I just go oh yeah. Oh my gosh, this character is so cute. Am I about to draw another furry? Is this all of their art? Did they draw all of this? This is so good. Rough animation? Are you serious right now? This person has a whole rough animation. Oh my gosh, I am so linking this in the fucking description. What? This is so good. Oh my. Holy crap. Oh my god, and this character design is really good. Like as soon as I saw them in that little thing, I was like, oh my god, this is like so like recognized. It's not just like an OC I would like forget. Like I feel like if this became like a recurring character, I would quickly like see them in the crowd. I think because the style, like first of all what they're wearing is very iconic, but the style that this is all in is so good. So, you can sort of tell in the video, I was very excited to get this user. This user has a whole ass story in the making with a full animatic and multiple full background drawings and like no attacks. I was mesmerized by this. Not like I was just like surprised. I was like, what the frick? How does this even happen? I even sent it to my friend, who actually also uses artfight. I'm gonna give them a little shout out. This is my friend McNuggy Juice. They introduced me to artfight like 3 years ago, and they've been my friend for a while now, and they're very close to me. If you want to do me a favor, you could check them out on artfight. There's their name right there. They're also gonna be linked in the description, as is everybody else in the video. You want to get an awesome attack like this with full ass shading and everything? Okay. Do you want to get one of these? Then just attack them and they will attack right back. My friend also has really cool characters with like a really fleshed out backstory. This is one of their favorites. I don't know if they wanted me to say it, but this is like one of their favorites. They love getting art of this character. And then you have Cheddar, which I personally think is like, I love Cheddar's character design. I think it's so perfect. The colors and everything, I think they work so well together. I love his character. And then when I saw this character the first time that my friend showed me like a sketch of this character, I don't think it was this one, it was an older sketch. Like the first time I saw them, I was like, I love this character. Her hair, oh my gosh, her hair, I love this character. I might have to make art of this character. This character's so good. Yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my friend because they deserve it, and they've been getting a lot of artfight love this year, and I really appreciate them. And yeah, okay, back to the speed paint. Okay, sorry if that's not what you came for. You came for the speed paint. Oh my gosh, look at this character. It's so awesome. How do they not have so much love? The full background pieces actually inspired me to do a full background piece, so thank you. I never would have done a full background piece because I would have been like, oh, it's too much work. Oh, no, I just want to draw like one character or something. But I don't know why. This art just hits so hard. It's just like a mixture of the style with the cute character designs. It was so good. When I saw that one goat background piece, it gave me the idea to draw Pippin and Pat like adventuring somewhere or doing something together, and then like a creature or beast comes along, and I was set on that. So at first I was thinking of like finding a random monster OC by another person on the site, but then I saw their older OC and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the creature right here. I really like the idea of Pippin and Pat like laying in a field together, maybe at night or ish sometime, and there's like a giant dragon head popping in from the side. I went for a lot more cartoony style than my other pieces. Like, remember how I was talking about the stupid chameleon thing or whatever? Basically what happened is I saw every art piece that I've done in this thing, I saw the style that they were kind of going for, and I think I took it a little bit, except for the first one. I feel like that was kind of a different style, but like with this one, I definitely went way more cartoony, but it so worked out in the long run because the coloring on this piece, I had a lot of fun with this one. It was very fun to make. So I did some quick line art of the characters, and the line art you see of the dragon actually fixed later because I didn't really like it that much. After I did the line art, I found a picture of like a field reference, and I started messing around with the hue and saturation because I felt like the hue and saturation of the picture didn't really match, and I was like, I wanna do like maybe something else, I don't know. And then I just did a bunch of blobby land shapes with those colors to get the main idea across, and then I was gonna go in and add some more detail. I started adding a bunch of lines to create like a wheat, or I guess a tall grass look. And then I added some little grass smushed on the floor because they're sitting on it. After doing the front grass, it was like a yellowish orange. I still didn't fully like the colors. I wasn't set on them. I realized that the like layers were kind of separated, so the colors didn't change with the hue with all of it together. But oh my gosh, this was so good for the piece because seeing the orangish dusty, like the dustyish orange and yellow with like the navy blue looked so good, and I was like, oh, I just won the game. I don't know what I did, but I just did that, and now I win. So I just added some blobby fadeaways to look like trees or something to give it like, it's still like a obvious background, but it's like kind of abstract and in the distance. I then shaded the mountains a bit, added a little bit of highlights and like dark on the edges. I was thinking of kind of Bob Ross and how he does like the one side with the highlights and one side with the shadows. Finally, after the big background was done, I started working on the coloring of the characters. I did not want to do the background second because I knew I was just gonna push it off. I was gonna be like, yeah, I'll do the background another day, maybe like a week from now. So I started doing the characters second because it was gonna be the easier part, and for the most part, I just colored picked them from like their reference sheet, and then shaded them with like a bit of saturated colors. And it was here that I realized I had completely forgotten about a very important part of the foxes. Their bushy tails. I immediately started sketching and lining their tails. Because I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I forgot about that. And it was definitely a little difficult because I hadn't originally planned for them being there. So they fit in a little weird because, you know, they weren't originally, I didn't think about them being there. Then I started resketching Caspin, I'm assuming. Caspin? Yeah, maybe? The dragon. And guys, if you do not like something in a piece, please just try sketching it again. Just try it. Because every time that I sketch something again, it looked so much better. I like tried thinking about the form more in this sketch. Like in before, it looked like a really 2D style. But this time I was like, okay, I'm gonna have him like kind of looking down. I gotta think about the 3D-ness of his head. And I was having a lot of trouble with the horns and stuff. I don't know why. That one was just like, I didn't know where to place them with the ears and also the hair. But once I got that final sketch, it looked so much better. I was so much happier with the way it looked. And then guess what? I forgot to record again. Yay, super cool, Sam. Thanks. So this is what the finished piece looks. I'm just going to talk about what I did after. I am pretty sad that I did not record because I did end up missing like the fun details of the shinies and like changing the final colors to make things stand out more. And I also didn't record Pat being colored and drawn. I'm sorry, I just forgot to hit the record button. I was so into drawing. And then like Caspin started like fading into the background, so I added like a brighter it was like a layer that added some more saturation-ish yellow to make them pop more. And I did the same thing with Pat and Pippin. They were also kind of falling into the field, so I tried to add a little bit of like shadows and stuff to make them pop more. And then obviously I gave Caspin a glow, and oh my gosh, the glowing eyes. I love the glowing eyes. And I added a little bit of like glow on the nose as if it was reflecting or something. Not reflecting, like it was just on, it was bouncing off, whatever. Is that the same thing? I don't know what science is. Okay, but anyways, this is the finished piece. I'm very happy with it. This is definitely something I never would have done originally, but it turned out so fun and so good, and I'm so happy to have this piece now in like my registoire. What's that word? I don't know what that word is. And basically that was the video, and all of their art fights and stuff are in the description, including that one video of the awesome animatic and their Instagram because they asked me to. And my hair is looking really crusty right now. I swear that I'm okay. It's just this video is taking me a little bit of time. Oh my god, why is it heaven over there? Before I say goodbye, I would just like to note, my last video got a lot of views and people watching and people actually interacting and even people recommending other videos to make. So thank you. That was really cool. If you guys have any other YouTube video ideas, I'm about to go work on the ones that people already recommended because that was super cool to see. Oh my gosh, thank you. I've never had people like want me to make more content. Like, ooh, you should do this. That was just a nice little thing to see and it made me very happy. So if you like this video, give it a like so it lets me know, and or a comment. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.